They told me to never look in the mirror. Not my first time, at least. But I did. The first time I tried alcohol at an early age and took too much of it, I peered into my own eyes. For a brief moment, I saw the man in the mirror for who he really was. A passionate, pure, loving soul. Then I blinked and turned away. Alas, I didn't believe him. And for 12 long years, I'd ignore him. I buried him in rage, grief, shame, guilt, and unforgiveness. My health went down the toilet. I was 74% overweight and was developing early onset diabetes. With late nights filled with bottles of cheap bourbon, I created the dramas that confirmed the belief that I was unworthy. Every morning, hangover drove me further away from my purpose, calling, and destiny. In short, I was a wretched mess. Then one day, in my deepest, darkest hour, everything changed. Beloved, does this resonate with you? Do you often hear the voices that say, "I'm not good enough"? Are you constantly triggered by stressful situations? Do you aspire to greatness, and yet you're all over the place? Do you suffer from unending bouts of sickness and pain? Resort to unhealthy coping mechanisms, even though you should know better? If you do, that's perfectly fine. You're here now. You're in a safe place. You see, in the comfort of your privacy, I have the surprising key to kiss those shackles goodbye, found in the annals of a 2,213-year-old ancient Chinese manuscript. All you need to do is keep watching and take a deep breath. Hi, my name is Brandon Bishop. I'm a speaker, author, and I'm obsessed with helping you to find your bliss and your wellness. That harrowing story, my friend, was the beginning stages of my journey towards wholeness and healing. And boy, in that process, I discovered a secret so simple, yet so powerful. It could be the answer you're looking for to thrive and manifest a glorious utopian reality in the midst of this crazy, broken world. However, in the meantime, if you feel like you're drowning in a volatile whirlpool of emotions, overwhelmed by negativity and trauma, stuck in a vicious cycle of poor health and lost productivity, please take comfort. It's not your fault. Yes, you heard me right. It's not because of a lack of willpower, or there's something wrong with you, or you're not trying hard enough. In fact, you may be stressed out of your mind, even though life may seem good on the surface. You're running around busy, overworked, yet the pile of tasks don't seem to go down. It could be lack of focus or tiredness, yet the net effect is a mountain you seem to get snowed under all the time. Overall, you may feel like you suck at life. And while you may have taken measures like meditation or manifestation, it seemed to be all in vain, with little results to show for all the effort. Let me tell you, beloved, meditation is useless until you know the life-changing secret I'm about to show you. So without further ado, here's the number one reason why. I call it the junk drawer of the soul. Sounds weird, right? Yet according to science, it's the main factor keeping you from the glorious destiny you deserve. Let me explain. Both the yoga tradition and modern science suggest the body is a massive container of everything we were born with and have experienced. In fact, unprocessed emotions and experiences are actually stored in the body, especially from the navel to the pelvic floor. So every time stress, illness, trauma, anxiety, and negative thoughts happen, guess what? It dwells in that part of the body. Allow me to illustrate. Do you have a junk drawer in your home? Okay, you know that one place where you store all the things that you don't know what to do with, yet you're not ready to let go of? Here's a photo of what it looks like. Witness the clutter, the mess, the chaos, just the stress of it all. In the same way, the pelvic bowl becomes a place where we can cram all of our emotional junk. Here's the point. Memories carry powerful feelings. Psychoanalysts have shown that in order to avoid tapping into those uncomfortable feelings, people will actually shorten their breath and limit it to the chest. Have you ever experienced shortness of breath when you think of past trauma? Or even imagining going back to your toxic workplace? Now you know why. Just like the pelvic bowl, our public junk drawers just get ignored. Problem is, junk drawers never get clean. In fact, it only gets messier and more full. And here's why it matters to you. You expend so much energy trying to contain the painful memories and emotions in our inner pelvic junk drawers, leading to roadblocks for your happiness. No wonder you feel jumpy. No wonder you're a perfectionist who's afraid of failure. No wonder everyone seems to be getting on your nerves. So what can you do? Simple. You need to empty those junk drawers. And the precise way to do it lies in a 206 BC practice that has been lost till today. Before I unveil what it is, let me tell you the story of the quest that brought me to this astonishing, life-changing discovery that has unleashed freedom from addiction, stress, and anxiety. It all started when my mom had breast cancer. What a shocker, right? Let me tell you, it jolted me out of my alcoholism almost immediately. As soon as I heard the news, I almost drowned in a flood of despair. However, when the emotion settled, I suddenly had crystal clarity. I vowed to myself, I should be so much more. I must reach my amazing potential. Thankfully, my mom was just stage 1 since it was detected early, a simple surgery procedure, and she's now been cancer-free for the last 7 years. That's cool, right? Yeah, it served as a wake-up call for me. I can't just waste my life anymore. I vowed to do something about it. So after I took care of my mom and made sure she was on her feet, I went on a quest to better myself. With a little life savings I had, I traveled the world and learned from the masters on how to be the best me from an emotional, spiritual, and physical standpoint. And let me tell you, I tried it all. Meditation with the northern monks of Thailand, Ayurveda with the traditional healers of Gujarat, India, effective herbal concoctions from the Mali medicine men of tropical Africa. Yet, there was still something missing. While it was all beneficial, none of it produced any significant breakthrough. Until I went to the Far East, that is. I stumbled across Dr. Ho in the picturesque streets of Kunming, Yunnan, a traditional Chinese medicine healer respected in the community. He was suspicious at first. He was perplexed at why a Gwailo would be so interested in his healing secrets. However, after a period of perseverance, he started embracing me like a son. One day, after 4 months of apprenticeship, he brought out an ancient Chinese book that was the Bible of all his training. It was called the Wang Dine Jing, the esoteric scripture of the Yellow Emperor. It was compiled over 2,200 years ago during the Warring States period from 475 to 221 BC and is regarded as the fundamental, most representative medical text for ancient China. Thick but dusty and frail, it contained precious gems on health, healing, and wholeness like I'd never seen before. And there's one secret contained on page 47 of that book that will set you free from shame, guilt, and stress. It's the crucial secret to unlocking your destiny. It's the very power that can help you to your feet, even though you may be emotionally crippled. And this very revelation, contained in a book thousands of years old, yet proven by modern science, holds the key to dismantle burnout, demolish anxiety, and destroy depression. Are you ready? It all lies in the Wang Dine Jing's definition of breath or wind. That's right, the very mechanism that empties your junk drawers. Listen up, this is vital you take this in. There are 2 words for breath, qi and feng. In a study of 25 medical case histories in the 105th chapter of the Records of Historian and related texts, qi refers to regular and feng to unruly winds. Whereas feng is all about chaos, madness, and destructive potential, qi is the cool, warm morning breeze. Feng is the wild, catastrophic hurricane. And here's where it gets intriguing. In the book, breathing techniques were developed to increase qi and decrease feng. By applying specific changes to your breathing patterns, you directly transform your mental state. Fang-type breathing is the type of breathing that happens when you're in a stressful situation. That's why when you're overwhelmed, you may actually end up hyperventilating. It's the breath that's out of your control. However, when you start taking charge of your breathing, it becomes qi. You'll suddenly feel peace, joy, love, and abundance. You'll start experiencing a surge of energy shooting through your spine. All those aches, pains, and diseases will start to melt away, all from a simple 7-minute breathing exercise. Your breath indeed determines your destiny. And here's what's mind-boggling about this pathway to unbelievable freedom. Modern science confirms it all. In today's world, we have all forms of stress. The mounting bills, the screaming children, the distant spouse, the snooty relatives, the horrible boss, the traffic jams, the bad news. All these incidents trigger our fight or flight response. This phenomenon is called sympathetic overload. Here's how it works. Picture a lion running towards you, intent to make you his breakfast. Scary, right? Now picture that same ferocious lion waiting for you in the toilet, in the living room, in the bedroom. Your nervous system is basically operating on overdrive. Every moment of every day. No wonder you get sick easily. You're so easily tired, or you're so worn out. Hold on to your hats, because I'm about to reveal the most important point. According to an October 2018 Dutch study by Leiden University, published in the prestigious Frontiers in Human Neuroscience, the key to taming that snarling beast is by activating the vagus nerve, quickly and easily creating mental and emotional healing. Each of us has a vagus nerve that runs from the brainstem down through all the organs in the body. It ends in the belly with filaments that extend down into our pelvic floor or pelvic junk drawers. And the vagus nerve is essential for the functioning of all our major organs, including the brain, heart, liver, kidneys, and the lungs. When activated, the vagus nerve acts as a brake pedal, slowing down an overstimulated nervous system. Guess what? Every single breath you take activates the vagus nerve. The deeper and the more full the breath, the more powerfully activated the vagus nerve becomes, positively affecting overall health. This means you can become resurgent in life. Even in life's many trials, you'll not only stand strong, but claim victory for every crazy battle. Deep breathing through the nose also stimulates the prefrontal cortex, the portion of the brain that is responsible for higher mental functioning, decision-making, self-observation, language, reasoning, emotional control, and social interactions. Wow, you might be thinking, all I need to do is breathe, right? Unfortunately, you need to do it right. You can't achieve a breakthrough on your own. There are age-old techniques that require step-by-step training to fully unleash the potential of qi. Otherwise, you may trigger a Fang reaction. Now, physics was not my strongest subject in school, but I remember Ohm's law. In its simplest terms, where there's lots of resistance, energy will not flow freely through an electrical conductor. And when resistance is low, energy will flow more freely. So think of your body as a conductor of energy. Negative emotions or thoughts act as resistance to the flow of energy. When we have a lot of resistance, we become more susceptible to body disease and mental disease. And when there's a lot of energy, qi flows better, and the better we feel. So as I started doing these qi exercises, amazing miracles started appearing. I started losing weight. I didn't have the urge to drink anymore. I felt unburdened, no emotional baggage whatsoever. I stopped reacting to situations instead of responding to them. Anxiety, stress, and depression became ghostly memories of a distant past. Here's something even more astounding. I started opening this up to a group of selected students, and the results are simply jaw-dropping. Now, for the first time ever, beyond the confines of my city, I'm here to share this gift with the world. Announcing the Cyrstal breathing method, the ultimate way to breathe out stress, anxiety, and disease, while breathing in peace, joy, and abundance. The Crystal Breathing Method is a guide to utter bliss, a compilation of chi-based breathing exercises that empty the junk drawers of the soul. Why the name? Picture your inner soul as a glass of the most pristine mineral water found in the springs of the Verzes Valley in rural France, sparkling and clean, pure and whole. Then, life gets in the way. An unkind word, work dramas, breakups and quarrels, sickness, a horrifying incident, an umbrella of deep sadness covering your day, burnout and exhaustion. Each of them act as contaminants getting into the water, making it murky, till the glass is just a black, foul sludge. When your soul is in this state, you feel incongruent. You feel an assault of emotions, but you do not have an anchor to hold on to reality. Now, this is where the Crystal Breathing Method comes in. With every chi breath you take, it acts as a shimmering waterfall that pours into the glass. It stirs up the filth and then flushes it out, bit by bit. Then the glass is pure and clear again. Voila! Your soul is now back in that precious state of purity, where you find yourself being stronger, more powerful, totally in love with your life, your reality, and more importantly, with yourself. And that's just for starters, because the Crystal Breathing Method is the ultimate way to overcome life's storms. You see, every hurricane has an eye, the center where things are more calm. When you breathe in chi, it takes us to that place where we can observe the obstacles and resistance that stand in the way of us and our best selves. Intentional breathing patterns help us feel more connected to other people, to communicate more clearly, to be less reactive and less likely to be triggered by life events. The breath supports us and unloads the inner pelvic junk. It mobilizes the energy to help clear it out. That's what the Crystal Breathing Method can help you do. In fact, this is how my students' lives have changed. Are you starting to be convinced yet? So here's what you get in this exclusive package: the Crystal Breathing ebook, worth $77. This is my life's work, my gift to you. These are the very teachings that have impacted the lives of hundreds of thousands of people. The more you're reading this, the more resolved you'll be. Crystal Breathing Method will be your catalyst to unlocking the emotional traps that bind you. Inside this massive ebook, you'll learn how to overcome sadness. Doing this 7-minute exercise will indeed spark joy. The simple secret to loving yourself and breaking free of shame lies in this 3-minute ritual. From stressed to blessed. How to stand strong in the storm without getting knocked down. The science behind 100-year-old turtles. How to attain longevity by replicating the very action these giant amphibians are using to stretch lifespan. The world threatens to enslave you. How to attain freedom in an unfree world. And much, much more. And in case you're still on the fence, here are some bonuses to sweeten the pot. Bonus number 1, Bed Blessing Workout. 20 incredible exercises to increase blood flow, heighten energy, and eliminate disease. All from the comfort of your room, worth $47. Have you ever felt too lazy to get out of bed to go to the gym? Guess what? With the Bed Blessing Workout, you don't have to. Just by lying down, these 20 exercises will help to increase blood flow, and when coupled with crystal breathing, will provide incredible health. These will be in animated video form, so you can replicate them step by step. Imagine that. No going to the gym. No figuring out complicated equipment, barely breaking a sweat. So even if you have aches, pains, arthritis, slipped discs, or any form of injuries, you can still get fit without the risk of hurting yourself. Bonus number 2, 7 to Heaven. The ultimate way to leverage the power of the number 7 for unleashing prosperity and expanding possibility, worth $77. As a wellness expert, I'd always had a thing for the number 7. Here's why 7 is so compelling, and why pairing it with the Crystal Breathing Method actually takes your emotional freedom to the next level. So true to the spirit, here's 7 secrets you'll get from the 7 to Heaven ebook. 7 is vital in getting lucky numbers that legitimately lead to success. 7 not only represents the jackpot on slot machines, but it is also the basis for many myths and folklore. Learn how to leverage it for a massive payday. 7 is significant in almost every major religion. For instance, in the Old Testament, the world was created in 6 days, and God rested on the 7th, creating the basis of the 7-day week we use to this day. Plus, 5 other ways religion used the number 7 and what it means for you. 7 is instrumental in defining ancient culture. After all, it's all about the 7 wonders of the world and 5 other intriguing facts. 7 matches our memory capacity. In 1956, George Miller of Harvard University demonstrated that most people can retain roughly 7 items of information in their short-term memory. Learn how you can leverage this fact for a boost in memory. 7 fits our attention spans. Because of our mental capacity favoring 7 items, 7 is also a good fit for our attention spans, as long as the information is presented in 7 groups. Learn a simple trick to instantly increase influence. 7 is the Las Vegas illusionist's secret. Here's the scoop. Mathematician Alex Bellows asked 44,000 people to name their favorite number, and over 4,000 of them named the number 7, far more than any other number. Learn 3 simple steps to instantly increase influence. The more you read this, the more you'll be convinced the crystal breathing method is the key to an unstoppable life of freedom. And here's even more good news. You're only going to invest a fraction of the retail market value. You see, I'm giving a much lower price for you because I don't want finances to stop anyone. Since I want crystal breathing method in as many hands as possible, that means that today you will not be paying the retail value of the crystal breathing method and the free gifts. Not even close. So your investment today will not be $201, not even $91. Your total investment today, which includes the massive ebook and all of the free gifts you see above, is now only one payment as listed on the website. And one more thing. I'm so convinced that the crystal breathing method will work for you. Here's the breath of life guarantee. The ultimate ironclad agreement that if you don't enjoy the life of emotional freedom and stellar life, we don't deserve to take your money. No tricks, loopholes, or funny business. Here's how it works. Get your copy of the Crystal Breathing Method today, together with $124 worth of bonuses. Go through the book. Devour each and every page. Practice these 2,213-year-old exercises. More importantly, empty those emotional junk drawers. Release the pain, trauma, confusion, hurt, and sickness. Soar and be free. Draw a line in the sand, because now you're on track to realizing your destiny. You're a container for positive energy. You'll obliterate the fatigue, the tiredness that has once held you down. You'll be dazzled by the results. And if you don't do a double take because you can't believe your eyes, or if for any reason you aren't 100% satisfied with your results, simply give us a call and we'll give you back every penny, no questions asked, up to 60 days. If your life hasn't changed, we don't want your money. So on the days you feel stuck, when your breathing is shallow but your stress runs deep, when your mind is plaguing you through thoughts like, what's the point? I can never do this. I'm in trouble. Something is seriously not right. Do whatever. Nothing matters anyway. Don't you agree it's time to let go? Don't you agree you'll be far happier if you don't merely react to stressful situations, annoying people, and depressing news? Instead of taking control of challenging circumstances nearly effortlessly, I gently urge you, it's time to take a deep breath. Because here's the best news of all. The Crystal Breathing Method redeems your past while giving you a breathtaking future to look forward to, figuratively and literally, of course. Look below this video right now, then fill in your details. Click on the button that says Add to Cart to claim your discounted price now. As if that's not enough, when you act before this presentation ends, you get yet another free gift for you, worth $37. You see, Once you get rid of your social anxiety and emotional blocks, you need to take your mental wholeness to a whole new level. So, announcing surprise gift number 3. Comfort Eating. 23 essential sacred wisdom recipes for calming the mind, soothing the soul, and overcoming anxiety, worth $37. There's a popular saying that says, "You are what you eat." However, did you know that what you put in your body actually affects your mood? This is an emerging science called nutritional psychiatry, and you're going to be on the forefront of it. Imagine being able to overcome depression and anxiety without resorting to meds. In fact, what if I told you that certain herbs can actually unlock a surge of happiness? These potent medical miracles are ashwagandha, nature's sneaky stress fighter; St. John's wort, as impactful as taking an antidepressant; rose, inspiring calm in turbulent situations; damiana, ground zero for love, compassion, and relaxation; lemon balm, known as a detox for your mental state. In the eye-opening Comfort Eating Report, you'll get a way to combine these herbs together with other ingredients into delicious food and drink. By reading all the pages, you'll take the chain-breaking effects of the crystal breathing method and add a Teflon resistance to your psyche so that bad things can't stick. So without further ado, let the crystal breathing method give you an abundant life of unshakable peace, unbelievable health, and unstoppable focus. Now, this is one of those watershed moments in your life. 3 paths lie before you. 1, you can bury your head in the sand. Look, let me level with you. You know deep down the struggle is real. All the emotional chaos and stinking thinking and self-sabotaging behavior isn't magically going away. The abundant, love-filled life you want isn't going to drop onto your lap. The debilitating stress is not going to just disappear. Yet, with only 7 minutes a day, you can make all the difference in the world. So if you are intent on making a change, why not plunge in now? With the 60-day Breath of Life guarantee, what do you have to lose? Alternatively, 2, you can try to figure out all this on your own. Really, just Google breathing and you'll get a flood of information. In fact, you could literally drown in all the conflicting advice. And remember what I said about meditation? Even if you engage in the activity regularly, it doesn't help still the roaring lion inside you due to sympathetic overload. Your fight and flight response will hinder you wherever you try to empty your mind due to a surge of nagging thoughts. So you could be doing all that and still come crashing down to brutal reality with all its yucky negativity. On the flip side, why not embrace the crystal breathing method where you remove those thoughts so that you can maximize all your other mindfulness efforts? This is where 3, you can finally take control of your life. Look, you've already experienced what turbulence feels like, the volatility, the tsunami of the soul. You've been there. You've somewhat survived. But it's time to try something different. Once you start doing the Qi exercises using the crystal breathing method, that's when your elevated energy attracts the good things in life. Now's the time to say yes. Yes to the amazing gifts just waiting for you to claim and bring into your reality. We're here on this planet to experience love, joy, health, and abundance. And now you can experience it all just by clicking the orange button. Go ahead and get started right now. You don't need to sink into the quicksand of self-doubt, shame, and anxiety. The crystal breathing method can take you and place you on solid ground. But it can't come into your life until you accept that outstretched helping hand. Click below right now to join me on this new and exciting path. All you have to do is click the Add to Cart button below to gain exclusive access and get started today. It will take you to our secure reservation page where you can start living the amazing drama-free life in just 3 clicks. This is only going to be offered for a limited time, so please don't delay. Some doors can only be opened from within. Through the crystal breathing method, you can open up the path to abundance, health, and life inside of you. Click on the bright orange button below now. This is Brandon signing off. I'll see you on the other side.